6:50. It is Thursday, and I am Michael Cohen on 1320 WILS. So, we all get old. Can't avoid that, but some of us get older much faster than others. That's according to this new study from Duke University, the Center for the Study of Aging and Human Development. But really, what are the factors that cause us some people to age, by 20 years faster? Let's talk to Dr. James. He is a doctor, of course, with diamondphysicians.com. Dr. James, how's it going?
Doing well, Michael. How are you?
Good. I still see the commercials with you, and I just saw one this morning, the card commercial that features you in it. So they're still running those things.
Vistaprint.
Yeah, Vistaprint.
Yes,
yeah. That's a long time. I mean, usually these commercials they cycle pretty fast, but they're still. Now, I talked to you about this last time. Do you still get business and comments from that commercial itself?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We have over 200 hits to our website daily because of the commercials. So it's been a great plus for Diamond and what we're trying to do.
Yeah. So the study itself, first of all, when it comes to this idea that some people age faster, but according to the study, they found that some 38-year-olds that they studied, they ranged from 30 to almost 60 years in terms of their actual age, in terms of their physiological age. Does that make sense to you as a doctor?
Absolutely. Actually, here at Diamond Physicians, we do similar testing, and they use telomere testing. We do the same thing in our Diamond 360 Executive Physical, where we look at telomeres and how fast they're shortening, and that gives us a genetic age or a biological age, and we compare that to our client's chronological age.
What do you mean? What are these telomeres?
So telomeres are actually the end caps of chromosomes, and as we age, your chromosomes naturally shorten. So sometime down the line, I'm sure someone will figure out how to stop this process, and that will be the fountain of youth. But right now, we're measuring how fast your telomeres shorten, and that gives us a great indication of all the oxidative stresses that are placed on the body, your lifestyle, what you're eating, all these different multifactorial variables that can say, hey, look, if you change your lifestyle, you can actually age gracefully. Can
you lengthen them at some point? Is there any way to do that, reverse it?
Yeah, we can absolutely reverse it or slow down the rate of shortening, but no, we can't actually add more telomeres to the end of the chromosome. So once
it's gone, it's done. And how is this an expensive test to take?
Yeah, it's fairly expensive. We do the telomere testing for around $2,000. That's one of the best prices in the industry. Right. We use a company out of Spain, and it is a premier technology, but we roll it into our Diamond 360, and clients love the test because you get to figure out how old you really are, how old you are genetically.
Is it just blood that you put in, or how does it work?
We actually do swabs from the mouth. So we call it a buccal swab. We get some cheek cells in the inside of the mouth, and then that's the DNA. Okay, and what? Is it really a mystery, or can you just look at someone and say, "Wow, you look old"? Well, typically, if you are chronologically old, then the outside cells do kind of decay at a certain rate. But you never know. You never know. Someone in their 30s could be genetically 60, and they probably look like they're in their 40s. But typically, it's not analogous. So, like, if you have a genetic age of 65 and you're 35, you probably don't look like you're 65, but you probably look older than 35. Okay, so how would that work if you don't look like you're in your 60s, but your telomeres are that way? What does that mean? Are you aging like on the inside and not on the outside, that kind of thing? Exactly. This is more aging on the inside now because of the oxidative stresses in lifestyle and UV radiation damage from sunlight. You will have some aging on the outside, but this test is specifically looking at the inside, and that's why it's so critical that we know what your genetic age is so that we can try and reverse some of these oxidative stresses. We can change your lifestyle, change your diet, change your exercise regimen, and make sure that you're... Tell me this, what is the number one habit that ages us, in your view? On the outside, I definitely would say sun exposure. Sun exposure definitely ages the skin cells, creates wrinkles. It's really detrimental, can cause skin cancer. On the inside... When you say sun exposure, do you mean actually laying out and getting a tan, or just even being out in the sun for a little bit? No, not just the ambient kind of walking around outside. I'm talking about sunbathing, staying out in the sun for hours on end can be really damaging.
People
to the
still
skin.
do that?
Absolutely. People still tan.
They didn't get that.
On the inside,
go ahead.
On the inside, it's definitely lack of exercise. If I had to peg one thing, I think lack of exercise is more detrimental than eating habits.
Now, why do you think that is? What is it that happens when we're not moving our body enough?
Well, you definitely increase your risk for obesity and diabetes and cardiovascular disease. But from the physiologic standpoint, lack of exercise is really bad for your arterial health. So the endothelial layer of the cell wall of your arterioles, when you exercise, it shrinks that layer. It allows more oxygenation. It really improves your cardiovascular health. And when you stop exercising and when you don't exercise, that layer can become very thick. And once it's thick, it can increase your risk for high blood pressure.
I see the layer, the thing around the arteries. You're saying the skin around, or the matter around the arteries gets thickened, and then it doesn't move around enough.
Well, the actual inside of the artery. So think of the artery wall, the interior wall is what I'm referring to, and that's why exercise is so important. And we know that if you sit for more than 3 hours a day, every day, you actually take 2 years off your life.
Well, that's everyone, isn't it?
A lot of people have a sedentary lifestyle.
Do you not sit for 3 hours a day?
Not continuously. I definitely get up and move around, and rarely am I seated for 3 hours straight.
So it's actually if you don't stress the body in a sense, then the body just things begin to thicken up and everything just starts falling apart at some point?
If you don't exercise, absolutely. Also, a huge portion of health is just your diet. You are what you eat. And if you're eating a lot of processed foods, refined sugars, high fructose corn syrup, not eating enough fruits and vegetables,
you're in trouble.
A lot of red meat, highly pro-inflammatory, limit your bread intake. If you're not doing those things, you're going to see major problems down the line.
Right. Tell me this, what's the oldest chronological age you've seen on a person compared to their real age?
At Diamond, we had a 42-year-old with the chronological age of a 63-year-old. That was the oldest that I had.
20, and did they feel that old? Like what did they say when you told them that number?
Well, they were in some bad shape. They had some bad habits and led a hard life. So we're working on changing those habits and redefining their health, and it's great. So next year we'll be able to test again and see if we've slowed that process.
Slowed. So as in, but you can't bring them back to being, let's say, 50-year-old, can you?
No, not from a genetic standpoint, but we have other tests. So we have an arterial test where we actually measure your arterial age with a sonogram of the neck. And I was talking about that endothelial layer. We actually can look at that in the carotid arteries, the largest vessels in your neck, and give you an arterial age. And his arterial age was actually 58, and we can bring that down. We can bring that back to 42 or to 32. Wow. That's something that we can't affect.
There is hope. Dr. James, the website, diamondphysicians.com. That's diamondphysicians.com. Dr. James, thank you.
Oh, thanks for having me on the show.
Yep. That's it for us. Michael Cohen, producer Solomon Martin. Good night.